1. Amanda Anisimova upsets Aryna Sabalenka in Wimbledon Semifinals, full match highlights. 2. Wimbledon Women's Semifinals recap, Anisimova vs Swiatek highlights. 3. Amanda Anisimova shocks Wimbledon by beating world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka, first Grand Slam final. 4. Wimbledon Final 2023, Anisimova vs Swiatek, Grand Slam Showdown. 1. Amanda Anisimova upsets Aryna Sabalenka in Wimbledon Semifinals, full match highlights. Imagine being just one step away from achieving your dream, only to have the world's top-ranked player standing in your way. This was the daunting reality for American tennis sensation Amanda Anisimova as she faced off against the formidable Aryna Sabalenka in the Wimbledon semifinals. But here's where it gets thrilling. Anisimova, the 13th seed, pulled off a stunning upset, defeating Sabalenka in 3 sets, 6-4, 4-6, 6-4, to advance to her first ever Grand Slam final. As she prepares to take on the winner of the highly anticipated match between Iga Świątek and Belinda Bencic on Saturday, the tennis world is abuzz with excitement. And this is the part that's truly remarkable. Just last year, Anisimova didn't even make it past the qualifying rounds at Wimbledon, while her best finish at the All England Club was a quarter-final appearance in 2022. Fast forward to this year, and Anisimova has been on a tear, winning her first WTA 1000 title and catapulting to a career-high ranking of 12. But what's even more impressive is that she's done it all at just 23 years old, making her the youngest American woman to reach the Wimbledon final since the legendary Serena Williams in 2004. As Anisimova herself said in an on-court interview, "This doesn't feel real right now, honestly. Aryna is such a tough competitor, and I was absolutely dying out there. I don't know how I pulled it out." Now, as she stands on the cusp of history, the question on everyone's mind is, can she become the third American woman to win a Grand Slam this year, following in the footsteps of Madison Keys and Coco Gauff? But here's where it gets controversial. Some might argue that Sabalenka's loss is a sign of her declining dominance, while others might say that Anisimova's win is a fluke. So, we have to ask, do you think Anisimova has what it takes to bring home the championship, or will she fall short? Let us know in the comments. As we eagerly await the final match, one thing is certain: Amanda Anisimova's journey to the top is a testament to her unwavering dedication and perseverance. And as we watch her take on the best of the best, we can't help but wonder, what's next for this talented young athlete? 2. Wimbledon Women's Semifinals recap, Anisimova vs Swiatek highlights. When calm triumphs over chaos, unpacking Wimbledon's diverging semifinals. What happens when nerve-wracking drama clashes with pure, unadulterated dominance on the same court? Wednesday's Wimbledon semifinals answered with 2 entirely different stories, one written in moment-to-moment tension, the other crafted in clinical efficiency. The Anisimova Survival Act. Amanda Anisimova faced what many players dread, transforming missed match points into mental steel. After squandering 3 opportunities to close the match against Aryna Sabalenka, she found herself on the brink of disaster. But here's where it gets controversial: does clutch performance come from intense focus or effortless action? Anisimova's winning point revealed itself as poetic irony. After hours of battling nerves, she later admitted, "I was absolutely dying out there." Her final shot emerged less from strategy and more from primal instinct. Sabalenka's serve down the middle forced an immediate reaction, and Anisimova stepped forward, drilling a return that left her opponent scrambling. The shot dropped inside the baseline, a perfect example of how raw athleticism can sometimes trump calculated tactics. This wasn't always Anisimova's story. The former prodigy had once walked off courts overwhelmed by anxiety, but after a hiatus and new coaching, she transformed into a player who tells herself, "You're doing great, just stay calm," mid-match. The third set became her redemption arc. Down 0-1, she reeled off 4 straight games through backhand mastery, only to cling to the edge afterward. As she said post-match, "It was such a tough match, shaky throughout, proving sometimes survival, not perfection, wins championships." The Swiatek steamroller. Meanwhile, IGA Swiatek proved why they call her the Phantom of the Court: elusive, efficient, and lethal. Against Belinda Bencic, she delivered a masterclass in domination. The match lasted 72 minutes, a blink of an eye in tennis terms, but within those minutes, Swiatek rewrote her grass court narrative. From start to finish, this was no ordinary performance. Bencic, nursing a toe injury, barely had time to warm up. Swiatek broke her serve early, then continued to dissect her opponent with 26 winners and 5 out of 8 breakpoints converted. She didn't just win, she dismantled. The key: a self-proclaimed new feeling of comfort on grass. Her serve, historically her weaker shot, now arrives with purpose. She's learning to play defense, a rarity for an aggressive forehand specialist. The result? Fewer errors and smarter point construction. But here's the twist most fans are missing: Swiatek's recent surge contradicts her clay court struggles. Could this grass court surge signal a permanent shift? After all, her first final on the surface in 5 years comes after a 180-degree turnaround from mere weeks ago. If she wins Saturday, those whispers about her becoming the queen of grass might just become reality. The final, contrasting blueprints. Saturday's final pits 2 diametrically opposed philosophies: Anisimova's chaotic but effective survival against Swiatek's surgical precision. One relies on experience and raw power, the other on discipline and calculated risk-taking. Both paths lead to the same destination, but which one prevails? Will Anisimova's inner warrior overcome Swiatek's technical mastery? Or will the Polish star prove grass isn't so bad after all? One thing's certain: this final will test not just physical skills, but mental resilience. And we're all here for the drama. Reaction time. Swiatek fans claim her recent serve improvements make her unstoppable. Skeptics argue her dominance was against an injured Bencic. Where do you stand? Should grass ever become her favored surface, or is this just a temporary surge? Let us know in the comments. 3. Amanda Anisimova shocks Wimbledon by beating world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka, first Grand Slam final. In a stunning turn of events, Amanda Anisimova has triumphed over the Wimbledon favorite, Aryna Sabalenka, securing her place in her very first Grand Slam final. This remarkable achievement took place under the scorching sun on center court, where Anisimova, a former teenage prodigy, defeated the world number 1 with a score of 6-4, 4-6, 6-4. This victory not only marks a significant milestone in her career but also makes her the first American woman to reach the Wimbledon final since Serena Williams in 2019. The match was a fierce contest characterized by powerful shots, moments of inconsistency, and crucial games that could have swung either way. Anisimova demonstrated remarkable composure when the stakes were highest, preventing Sabalenka from reaching a major final that has eluded her thus far. Just when it seemed Sabalenka was gaining momentum, Anisimova found the belief she needed to push through. "I knew that I had to really go for it," Anisimova reflected after her victory. Her level kept rising throughout the match, so I realized I couldn't rely on her mistakes to win. For Sabalenka, this loss adds to a series of disappointing outcomes against American players in critical Grand Slam moments. Since reclaiming her world number 1 status last fall, she has participated in 3 Grand Slam tournaments, yet her performance in the finals has been less than stellar. Despite an impressive record of 11 semi-final or better finishes in her last 12 major tournaments, her ability to close out matches in tense situations has faltered, leaving her with a 3-9 record in deciding sets during semi-finals and finals. Sabalenka's recent defeats include a loss to Madison Keys in the Australian Open final and another to Coco Gauff in the French Open final. Facing Anisimova, she encountered yet another talented American, highlighting the depth of emerging talent in women's tennis today. This match was notably different from her previous encounter with Gauff, where Sabalenka lost her temper on the court and later expressed frustration in her post-match press conference. On this occasion, she maintained her composure, acknowledging the emotional challenges athletes face. "It's completely normal to lose control over emotions at times," she stated. "I kept reminding myself that losing my cool wouldn't help me stay in the match or pursue my dreams." After the match, Sabalenka graciously congratulated Anisimova, admitting that the young player had indeed frustrated her at times, particularly when Anisimova reacted to a call from the chair umpire regarding her celebration of a shot. "She was braver today," Sabalenka noted. "While I was trying to stay in the point, she played more aggressively. I think I should have been more courageous and remembered my position at the top of the rankings. At times, I lost sight of that." This marks the third consecutive Grand Slam where Sabalenka has faced a tight match against an American opponent and come up short. For Anisimova, this victory is a significant chapter in her ongoing story. The 23-year-old from Florida has faced her own challenges over the past year, including the tragic loss of her father and coach, which left her in a difficult place in her career. After struggling with injuries and burnout, she fell short in the final round of Wimbledon qualifying last June. Despite setbacks, Anisimova's journey has been one of resilience. She has achieved notable successes, including a victory in Doha earlier this year, but her path has been riddled with injuries that hindered her training and competition. In April, she made a pivotal decision to hire a physiotherapist, Shodi Solimoni, who has since helped her regain her health and fitness. During the match, there were moments when it seemed Sabalenka might take control, especially when she broke Anisimova's serve in the second set. However, Anisimova fought back valiantly, showcasing her determination and skill. As the match progressed into the third set, Sabalenka initially broke Anisimova's serve again, but then faltered, allowing Anisimova to regain the lead. Anisimova's ability to keep Sabalenka at bay was evident, as she limited her opponent's net play throughout the match. In a dramatic turn, Anisimova executed a crucial forehand that grazed the net and fell in, a moment that encapsulated the match's tension. On her first match point, Anisimova faced a challenge but ultimately seized the opportunity, delivering a powerful forehand that secured her victory. As she celebrated, Anisimova turned to her box, a look of disbelief on her face, yet this moment felt like a culmination of her hard work and perseverance. In the world of tennis, as in life, success is rarely a matter of destiny, it is forged through dedication and smart choices. Following the sudden passing of her father in 2019, Anisimova took a brief hiatus but continued to compete through her grief, experiencing a decline in her rankings before making a comeback in 2022. By early 2023, she recognized the need for a break to reassess her commitment to the sport, exploring other interests such as art and education. By 2024, she was ready to return to tennis, though her journey was fraught with challenges. With Solimoni's guidance, she focused on her health, nutrition, and training, leading to a resurgence in her performance. This week, she has demonstrated her growth, overcoming tough matches and showcasing her talent on the grand stage. As she prepares to face Iga Świątek, a five-time Grand Slam champion, in the final, Anisimova reflects on her journey. "I may not have been in a Grand Slam final before, but I faced many high-pressure situations," she shared. "I remind myself to enjoy every moment and stay present, rather than fixating on the outcome." This mindset is yet another testament to her growth and maturity as a player. 4. Wimbledon Final 2023, Anisimova vs Swiatek, Grand Slam Showdown. In a thrilling showdown set for Saturday, American tennis player Amanda Anisimova will go head-to-head with Poland's Iga Świątek in the Wimbledon final. This match promises to be a captivating encounter, especially considering the unique journeys both players have taken to reach this pivotal moment in their careers. Anisimova's stunning upset. Amanda Anisimova achieved a remarkable upset by defeating the world's top-ranked player, Aryna Sabalenka, in a fiercely contested match on center court. Anisimova secured her spot in the final with a score of 6-4, 4-6, 6-4, showcasing her resilience and skill in a match that was filled with tension and unpredictability. This victory marks a significant milestone in Anisimova's career, especially as it comes 18 months after she took a break from the sport to focus on her mental health. Her return to form at Wimbledon has been nothing short of impressive, and she has demonstrated some of the best tennis of her life throughout the tournament. Swiatek's commanding performance. On the other hand, Iga Świątek had a much smoother path to the final, defeating Belinda Bencic with a commanding score of 6-2, 6-0 in just over an hour. Despite her success, Swiatek has historically struggled on grass courts, a surface that is less suited to her playing style, which thrives on clay. However, this year, something seems to have clicked for her, and she enters the final with the confidence of having won 5 previous Grand Slam titles, all of which she has successfully claimed. A first-time champion awaits. With both Anisimova and Świątek yet to claim the prestigious Venus Rosewater dish, Saturday's match guarantees a first-time Wimbledon champion. This adds an extra layer of excitement to the final, as both players will be vying for their inaugural title at the All England Lawn Tennis Club. Men's semi-finals on the horizon. As the women's final approaches, the men's semi-finals are also set to take place on Friday, featuring Taylor Fritz against Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner facing off against Novak Djokovic. The anticipation is building for both events. Anisimova's reflections. In her post-match press conference, Anisimova expressed a relaxed demeanor, reflecting on her journey and the significance of her achievement. She acknowledged the challenge of facing Swiatek, whom she has not competed against on the professional tour since their junior days. Iga is such an unbelievable player, and she's also been an inspiration to me. Her work ethic and all of her achievements have been really inspiring, Anisimova stated. She is eager to bring her best game to the final, emphasizing her desire to enjoy the experience rather than focus solely on the stakes involved. The importance of mental health. Anisimova also touched on the importance of her break from tennis in 2023, during which she prioritized her mental well-being. A lot of people told me that you would never make it to the top again if you take so much time away from the game, she shared. So just me being able to prove that you can get back to the top if you prioritize yourself, that's been incredibly special to me. Swiatek's surprising journey. Despite being a 5-time Grand Slam champion, few expected Iga Świątek to reach the Wimbledon final this year. Known primarily for her prowess on clay, she has only once made it past the 4th round at Wimbledon prior to this tournament. However, her recent performances have defied expectations, and she expressed her excitement about reaching the final, stating, "Honestly, I never even dreamt that it was possible for me to play the finals, so I'm just super excited and proud of myself." A clash of styles. As both players prepare to meet on center court, the anticipation is palpable. Anisimova's powerful baseline game will be tested against Swiatek's strategic play and experience in high-stakes matches. This final is not just about the title, it's a testament to their journeys, resilience, and the unpredictable nature of tennis. A call for discussion. As we look forward to this exciting final, what are your thoughts on the contrasting paths of Anisimova and Świątek? Do you believe mental health breaks are essential for athletes, or do they hinder performance? Share your opinions in the comments below.